At this time, we also ask you to ensure all cell phone devices are turned off or muted. In just a few moments, Brigadier General Rolf E. Mammen will relinquish command of the 127th Wing to Brigadier General Matthew G. Brancato. The Michigan National Guard Assistant Adjutant General Air, Major General Brian J. TEFF, will preside over today's ceremony. The change of command ceremony is rooted in military history dating back to the 18th century during the reign of King Frederick the Great of Prussia. During this time, organizational flags were developed with color arrangements and symbols unique to each particular military unit. When a change of command took place, the outgoing commander would pass the flag to the individual assuming command. This gesture was accomplished in front of the entire unit so that all could see and witness the new commander assuming his position. He who controlled the flag also controlled the soldiers and their allegiance. The symbolic tradition of the passing of the guidon has survived through military history and remains the key event of this military ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the playing of the national anthem, and the invocation. Commander of Troops, give the wing attention. Honor Guard, present the colors. Commander of Troops, give the wing at ease. Chaplain PITT, would you please come forward and give the invocation?
Let us pray. Almighty and gracious Creator, as we gather here today, we are reminded of the significant responsibilities that come with leadership. We come before you to honor General Mammen and to welcome General Brancato as he assumes the vital role as the 127th Wing Commander. We give thanks for the dedication and service to General Mammen, who has faithfully led this wing and guided us to be the best led, most efficient, effective, and adaptable organization in the Air Force. We ask that you bless and protect him and his family as they embark on the next phase of endeavors. Father, you continue to bless us with great leaders, and so we thank you for your blessings with the family of Brancato. Your choice for us. We pray for their strength, courage, and discernment as they take on this weighty task of leading this wing. Grant them wisdom to make sound decisions, humility to seek counsel when needed, and a heart filled with compassion to those they serve. May this change of command be the time of smooth transition, continuity, unifying the members of the 127th. Help us to work together, supporting one another and striving towards excellence as we carry out our duties and responsibilities. And may our efforts contribute to the greater good and peace and security of our nation. Father, this prayer we give to you with gratitude and thankfulness. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Pitt. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We would like to extend a warm welcome to local community leaders, Mr. Hackle, Ms. Kropp, Mr. Kirsten, representatives from our congressional delegation, the Michigan Adjutant General, Major General Rogers, Major General Werner and Mrs. Werner, Major General Retired Pakmara, Major General Retired Isabel, Brigadier General Layler and Mrs. Layler, Brigadier General Retired Slocum, as well as General Mammen's family, his wife Linda, daughter Erica, son-in-law Brian, son Sean, his mother Hannah, and brother Jens. General Brancato's family, his wife, Colonel Michaela Brancato, his mother Lori, his sister Beth, mother and father-in-law Renelle and Mike, friends Brian, Bonnie, and Ray. We also welcome members of the Base Community Council, Team Selfridge commanders, past and present commanders, senior enlisted leaders, and all distinguished military and civilian guests who are joining us today. Flowers will now be presented on behalf of the airmen of the 127th Wing. The presentation of a bouquet of roses to the outgoing and incoming commanders' spouses has long been a change of command tradition. The roses, with proper care and nurturing, can grow wherever the airman is assigned. The petal symbolizes beauty and tenderness, while the stem signifies strength, endurance, and support, all characteristics of a commander's spouse. We would like to thank General Mammen's wife, Linda, for her outstanding support, devotion, dedication, and contributions to the airmen and families of the 127th Wing. Mrs. Mammen, please accept this bouquet of red roses as a token of our appreciation. We would also like to present General Mammen's daughter, Erica, and son, Sean, with tokens of appreciation for their dedication and sacrifices as well. We welcome General Brancato's wife, Colonel Michaela Brancato, and present her with the bouquet of yellow roses. Yellow roses are symbolic of the beginning of a tour of duty, representing the friendship she will make as she becomes an integral member of the wing. In time, the buds will bloom and blossom, as will her relationship with the members within the wing, their families, and the civilian workforce. General Brancato would also like to present his mother Lori, his sister Beth, and mother-in-law Renelle with bouquets for their love and support as he embarks on this new tour of duty. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Brian J. TEFF, the Michigan National Guard, Assistant Adjutant General, Air.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Team Michigan, the 127th Wing. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate your presence today. This is a very important ceremony as we witness the formal transfer of authority from Brigadier General Mammen to Brigadier General Brancato. So awesome ceremony. It's super important, right? Because Selfridge is the last of the super bases. So this is the largest, most capable Air Force base in the reserve component. And on top of that, it's critical to our national security. So this change of command is a big deal. And before I go on, I want to thank a couple groups. So all the DVs are recognized, we know that, right? But I do want to thank our Adjutant General, Major General Paul Rogers, for your leadership and for being here today in the middle of Northern Strike. So thank you, sir, for taking the time. Also want to thank and recognize the Mammen family and everything that you've done for this wing. Thank you for being here today, and welcome in the Brancato family. Thank you for being here. So it's a big deal. So thank you for making the trip from Minnesota, Chicago, and everywhere else. So thanks for being here. So the focus of this event today is obviously on these two gentlemen that are on the stage, but that's not really what this change of command is about. So I want to mention a couple things. So for one, this change of command is about our airmen and our families. The 127th Wing men and women who are committed to excellence continuously, and what they did under General Mammen's leadership and what they're going to do in the future under General Brancato's leadership, I thank you for that. Just a quick vignette, we're in the middle of starting Northern Strike right now. And I was here at Selfridge on Thursday, and I was at Battle Creek on Friday. And on Thursday, Colonel Volker walked me through all the cool stuff that the KC-135s are doing in support of Northern Strike, the hot pit refueling, the new comm suites, unbelievably impressive. And then on Friday, as I'm watching an MQ-9 land at Battle Creek for the first time, I see two A-10s from Selfridge come in right behind, conducting agile combat employment. So that speaks to the men and the women that are part of this wing, and your commitment to excellence and your commitment to actually leaning forward and getting stuff done. And that's a testament to General Mammen and his leadership. And as it relates to families, I do want to thank Linda for what you did for the Key Spouse Program. You're going to be missed. Thank you for everything that you did. So it was incredible. And then we welcome in Michaela. You may have missed it. So Colonel Michaela Brancato, she's actually the commander of the 217th Air Operations Group. That's part of the 110th Wing at Battle Creek. So we've already welcomed her into the family. She's been here a couple months, but we welcome you again formally in this ceremony. Talking a little bit about General Mammen, he, unbelievable leader. He was faced with some pretty significant challenges over the last 4 years. If you remember a couple years ago, the entire national defense strategy changed. So instead of talking about contingency operations and things like that and counterinsurgencies, now we're talking about peer competition, we're talking about integrated deterrence, campaigning, and things like that. So he took that to heart. If you look at the patch on the 127th Wing, the motto is "We stand ready." So that "We stand ready" thing, I think General Mammen internalized that, and he did some amazing things with this wing. I mean, the list is too long to really mention, but I'll mention a couple things. So he got after agile combat employment, which is a huge initiative for the U.S. Air Force. Got after that, we did 2 different highway landings. We also had, and that's with the A-10, we also landed the A-10s on highways just recently in Wyoming, and he did amazing things there. And then we got after expeditionary air base operations and many, many other things. So his leadership to actually get out in front of where the Air Force was going is extremely, extremely impressive. But to me personally, he was just a great partner for me. I mean, I'm going to miss you, because the hundreds, maybe thousands of phone calls we had over the last 4 years were always just pleasant, and they were great. And he's one of these guys that he's an authentic leader. He's probably one of the most authentic leaders I've ever met. You know, he never strays from his values, his personality. Even when he's faced with pressures from the outside, he just presses on. And that is really, really, really impressive. So we're going to miss him. The great thing is we are going to be able to keep him, and he's coming to the Joint Force Headquarters tomorrow. But I don't think we're going to see him at drill. But he's going to come on. But he is coming to the Joint Force Headquarters tomorrow, so we look forward to that. So that's going to be great. And you know, the only flaw I would say in General Mammen, and here's cliche number one, he left some big shoes to fill, right? So he really did. So moving on to General Brancato, Bronco. He goes by Bronco. That's what most people call him. I ran into him about maybe 8 years ago when he was the functional area manager of the MQ-9 program at Guard Bureau. So he ran the money, he ran the program, did a lot of really great things at the national level. He's extremely highly qualified for this position. He's already been a wing commander, so he did 2 years as the wing commander in Tennessee. He's commanded at every level in the Air Force, plus some key staff jobs, and then he's coming to us most recently as the Senior Executive Officer for the Chief of the National Guard Bureau. So that's a very, very high level position. So he's very highly qualified, and cliche number two is he's the right leader at the right time to lead this wing into the future. I mentioned all of his qualifications. The right leader, and I think at the right time, he's able to take this wing, continue to grow, develop, and preserve the capability that General Mammen established here in his 4 years. So he's got this great foundation to build on and really build that capability moving forward into the future. I look forward to working with him. He's a great individual. I know you'll like him. He's just like the Mammens. It's the Team Mammen and the Team Brancato. I think you'll be impressed. So with that, I wish you the best in your new role, and I'll stop talking and we'll move on with the team. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Rolf E. Mammen, the 127th Wing Commander.
This one's going to be a little tough. I actually don't know where to start, but I think some of the staff has got bets on when I start welling up through this thing. I almost started when I was looking at my wife getting the roses, so if anyone had that for the bet, you won, so I appreciate it. So, you know, I first want to, there's a lot of thank yous that I'm going to be saying here because it's just been a phenomenal ride here as the 127th Wing Commander, but I do want to recognize the team that put this change of command together. I mean, thank you so much. Captain Zankus, I see you over there. Sergeant McGonnell, I know how much work you guys put in to make this happen, you know, along with Penny, Chief Crocker, appreciate you talking up here. Tech Sergeant Garza, I know you're back there someplace. I know how hard you work to make this happen. The entire team. I know there's more in that team, and again, I apologize now if I miss somebody's name, but thank you for all of this. General Isabel, I want to thank you for being here today. It's really an honor. You know, you pushed my name for this job. You asked me about 4.5 years ago if I was interested in this job, and I absolutely was, and you pushed my name forward, and I can't thank you enough because this has been a phenomenal job. So, and he sent that name to General Rogers, who also, thank you, sir, for everything that you've done. You've approved that selection for me for this opportunity. It has really been a gift of a lifetime. I can't tell you. It is a privilege to wear this uniform, but I got to tell you, not many people, very, very few people, get to lead at this level of wing command. I mean, it's absolutely an amazing honor, and I am forever grateful, sir. Thank you so much. General TEFF, you've been an amazing boss. I got to tell you, 1,000 phone calls is probably about right. We would talk at least weekly, if not more. You've been an amazing mentor to me. I cannot thank you enough. You've given me a lot of latitude to do a lot of crazy things, and I haven't hung myself. I had some gentle corrections in there, but I see Colonel Hayes nodding his head. So, but I've been corrected on several things, so it's been awesome. But I got to tell you, your leadership team that you have built for the state of Michigan is just absolutely phenomenal. We are all in it for the benefit of those airmen back there and the and excellence here in the Michigan Guard. So thank you, sir, very much. Now, when this last week, I was reminded of a commander's call that we had back early on in my command when General Rogers came to talk to the entire wing. And he said something like this. He told the wing that he was going to squeeze every last ounce of energy and life out of me, and then he was going to retire me. Bronco, good luck. Okay, there were days, actually weeks and sometimes running into months, where I felt like every last bit of energy was taken out of me, and I was just waiting for you to retire me, sir. But unfortunately, I'm still standing. But I got to tell you, sir, you've done that for the entire Michigan Guard, and we are better as an enterprise as a result of that. You have helped us propel this wing into action to take risk and be bold, and I thank you for your leadership for that. There are so many other wings in the Air National Guard that'll never do what this wing has done and continues to do in the future because of the leadership and the push that we have gotten. Now, I will say I have gotten several AMRAAMs to the forehead from General Rogers in that time frame, and it's hurt. But again, sir, I appreciate it. General Rogers also told me that I had 3 jobs as the wing commander. I was the commander of the wing, commander of those fantastic airmen standing there behind us, but I was also the mayor of Selfridge and the ambassador to the community. So I want to really first focus on the ambassador and mayor stuff and talk to those here that are sitting. Now, again, I'm going to miss somebody's name, and I apologize for you ahead of time. But I want you to do me a favor real quick and just look over your shoulder at that formation of airmen behind you. Just look back at them. Today is not about me. It is not about General Brancato, but it's about those amazing airmen back there standing in formation. Okay, there's a second well up. All right. When I took this wing 4.5 years ago, we had over 350 members deployed downrange in harm's way. Today, we have about 130 plus airmen, again, downrange in harm's way, and we're sending more and more people out the door every day. In fact, over the last 4 years, we've deployed hundreds of those airmen, some of them multiple times, all around the globe, serving every geographic command, and some of them, like I said, multiple times. I can't tell you how proud I am of them. Now, we in the National Guard, we pride ourselves on being a cornerstone of Michigan communities. You know, we have our airmen who work in the community, they live in the community, they go to school in the community, and ultimately they serve all of us when we ask them to do so. Those airmen back there, they are a national treasure who execute with precision and excellence. But they cannot do that without the unwavering support of all of you who are sitting down here. And I can't thank all of you enough for all of that. I'm looking, I can't see Mark Hackle, Executive Hackle. If you're here, sir, you are an amazing supporter of this base and of Selfridge, and I can't thank you enough for all your support. Every time I've called, you've answered, and you've been there to answer the call for me. I appreciate it. Our honorary wing commander, Candace Miller, she was not able to be here today, but again, she's an incredible mentor for me. She gave me her personal cell phone number when I first got in this job, and I have used that phone call many, many times to talk through things. She's been in this community forever, and she's just been a phenomenal mentor to me to keep me out of trouble. Some others out here, Mayor Kropp, I don't see out here, but Ken Verkest, Brad Kirsten, all my neighbors around the area. Again, thank you for having my back and the back of those airmen that are standing up there in that formation. Our base community council. My gosh, we have the most amazing base community council. You make my job easy for the support in the community. You are unbelievable, and I can't thank you enough. General Brancato, when you will not find a finer group of patriots than those in the BCC. They are so passionate about Selfridge and all who serve Selfridge, and their voices carry a lot of weight when they speak. So I know I did see Jonathan Vandenbosch, you're here, I see you, thank you for being here. John Stoltz, I saw you out here. Kim Atwood, I saw you. Let me see who else is out here. I see Dr. D, thank you. Henry Sachs, thanks for being here. I'm going to forget names and I'm going to miss some, but again, I thank you for everything that you have done. You guys are amazing advocates for the wing. I see other community leaders from the chamber. I saw Kelly Lavati. It's an absolute honor. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. I appreciate it. Two amazing patriots that I am going to call out. General Werner called them out as well during his change of command, is Ron and Mary Lamparter. There's two no greater advocates of the United States military here in Michigan. I thank you for your friendship and your leadership. You've been awesome. I thank you so much. There are so many more here that I could call out. I mean, I think I saw Larry Rocca, Joe Biondo's over there someplace. I'm gonna miss some other names here, but again, thanks everybody for being here. From Team Selfridge, General Werner, thanks for being here. You called me your wingman at your change of command. You're my battle buddy. I appreciate it. The last several years, you've been there for me. Picked up the phone calls when I called to ask favors as well. So again, thanks. You're the best battle buddy I can have in the community. Thank you, General Layler. I appreciate you being here. It was an honor to meet you a couple weeks ago, and I look forward to how you can work here at Selfridge. Obviously, after I'm gone. Again, to the rest of the Team Selfridge commanders, thank you for being here. So I said today was all about the amazing airmen of the 127th, so let me tell you a couple vignettes of what those airmen have been doing over the last several years. I'm going to start with the KC-135s. They are probably the most busy operational unit in the National Guard. They are always on the move someplace. So outside of constantly deploying and always maintaining readiness for the #1 mission in the United States Air Force, they have been blazing trails for the entire KC-135 enterprise. We have airmen back there who designed the new hot pit refueling procedures that we are actually teaching other units here at Selfridge. This entire week we had airplanes coming in here as part of Northern Strike, and they were doing hot pit refueling out here. These are tools that are going to be absolutely necessary for that peer fight in the future, and it's those airmen that are making that happen. From the 810 side, they have driven what I call austere, agile combat employment doctrine into the United States Air Force. Just some amazing things. It started in 2001 with a couple highway landings up on M32. The following year, we landed 7 airplanes on M28 up in the UP. And on that highway, we did integrated combat turns, which is normally something that is held at a base. But we did that on the airplane, so loading up gas, throwing bombs on the airplane, and getting them back into the fight. Most recently, as General TEFF alluded to it, we had an exercise out in Casper, Wyoming, where they landed on a highway, refueled off of a C-130 and loaded bombs on the airplane, and they did that combat turn in 6 minutes and 35 seconds. And then they were back in the air in 10 minutes. That's NASCAR. That is a NASCAR pit for fighter aircraft. I can't be prouder. Our medical group, they did amazing things. They went for a deployment for training to Italy at one point. They got there, thought it was just going to be an easy deployment, and then the Afghan retrograde happened, and they had to provide medical services for hundreds of Afghan people that are being resettled here in the United States. Couldn't be prouder of them. In the support group, the support group not only supported all of those Herculean tasks, that's just big, just to support the tankers and the A-10s to do that mission. But on top of that, they deployed also hundreds of airmen downrange for supporting every geographic combatant command at one point, along with COVID pandemics and everything else. I can't be prouder of what those airmen have done back there. So I would ask you at this point to give a big round of applause for all the airmen in the back. Members of the 127th Wing, there's one. I can't express how proud I am of you and what you do for this country and this community. It has been an honor of a lifetime to lead and be led by you over the last 4 years. You have so much to be proud of, and I encourage all of you to continue to serve and contribute for many years to come. You have heard me say this, that our job is to deter our adversaries. It's our job to give our adversaries that moment of pause to think that today is not the day to go against the United States Air Force. Know that what you have done in providing that moment of pause has been absolutely amazing. I sincerely hope there are members in this formation out there that aspire to lead at the highest levels within this organization. This job as wing commander has been the best job I have ever had in the Air Force, and it's all because of all of you out there. Your dedication makes me get up in the morning and sprint to work. I cannot thank you enough. Your unbelievable support is fantastic. You are amazing, and I'm absolutely humbled. General Brancato, today you are the luckiest person in the Air Force. In many ways, I would love to wind the clock back and do this all again. There are so many successes that those airmen have done, and they deserve all the credit for that. On the corollary, there's probably 1,000 things that I messed up or didn't get done that I apologize for you in advance, but I'm just a phone call away. I wish you success, and I'm sure you will lead and be led by this wing to the next level. Michaela, welcome to the 127th family. I know you're over at the 110th, but you're part of this family. Where's Cosmo? All right. Thank you in advance for all the support that you give the men and women. And finally, I want to thank my closest staff and my family. And this is where it's going to get really tough. First, I want to thank the group commanders, Colonel Robbins, Colonel Volker, Trapp, Rings, Vinerich. You guys are awesome. Your guidance to me has been absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you for your mentorship over the years. Past group commanders, Colonel Kramer, thanks for being here. Colonel Rossi, I thought I saw you over here. Doc Kiddo, you're here as well. Colonel Dakin, Lieutenant Colonel Urban is deployed. Your contributions to the wing have been remarkable, and I absolutely loved working with all of you. So thanks for being here today. I've had several vice commanders. This is a theme. I've gone through a lot of people working for. I wonder what that's about. So Colonel Krasvik, he was not able to be here today, but if you get a chance to watch this, you were awesome. I appreciate it. Colonel Clark, Colonel Spehar, I didn't see Colonel Clark, but I got to tell you, this wing is a great place because of your leadership. Colonel Spehar, appreciate everything that you do. To my execs, Major Manley, I know you're back here someplace in the formation. I can't tell you how much fun I have worked for you. You are awesome, and you have an amazing career trajectory in front of you. Captain Zankis, you never cease to amaze me. You have taken extreme ownership to heart, and I'm just watching your professional advancement in the future. I'm going to be here watching you for the rest of your career. I appreciate everything you're doing. The two of you are going to absolutely be leading at the highest levels in this wing and in the community. And again, thank you for your support. Senior Master Sergeant Noble, not sure if you're here, but if you're here, I want to thank you for everything. Chief Noble is here, so you know, one of my first sergeants, my first sergeant as a squadron commander. I love you, my brother. So I'd adopt you if I could. Senior Master Sergeant Noble, she taught me to be a little bit more feeling. I tend to be a little bit too direct, so thank you for that support. Sergeant Garza, your work ethic is incredible. You're phenomenal. Thank you for everything you do. Sergeant McGonnell, again, thank you for everything. You've been up at the headquarters for a while, and you're making a difference. I appreciate it for everything that you're doing. Oh, there's so many out here. The PA team, you know, Penny, I know she's not here, but if you're listening, thank you for all your support over the year. I don't want to name everybody off on the PA team, but you guys are awesome. I will call out Drew, though, Sergeant Schumann. He is a videographer extraordinaire. He can make even a knucklehead like me look good on a video. So you are awesome. I appreciate everything that you've done. Oh, my JAGs, Colonel Gagnon, Major McNally, thanks for being here. My IGs, you keep me out of jail. Chaplain, where are you? You keep me sane. There you are. Love you. Oh, and then this one's our First Sergeant Brewer. Where are you? I saw you out here. Triad of leadership, thank you for all your support over the years. Now, this last one from the team is going to be a tough one, and that's Chief Gordon. Chief, you are the finest leader and amazing mentor, counselor and advisor and friend I could ever had with on this leadership journey. I cannot thank you enough for all your support. You've been absolutely phenomenal. I talk to him every day about the airmen to make sure that those airmen are doing great. So thank you so much. Finally, my family. Linda, thanks for your unwavering support. Not making eye contact. I could not have done this without you. And your passion for the men and women of the 127th Wing has been awesome. I love you. Erica, Alyssa, and Sean. Alyssa couldn't be here. She's in Brazil. You have always supported me, even after really long, brutal days, and I've come home very tired and cranky. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Oma, Mom, thanks for being here. So I wasn't sure if you were going to make it down here. I know it's not easy to travel, so thanks for being here. Oma, I love you. And my brother Jens, he's here as well. So again, thanks for always looking out for me, big brother, and taking care of me. Now my other brother Dirk and my sister Sue couldn't make it here, but again, I want to thank them for all their support. So last, I want to close with a quote from my change of command speech 4 years ago. And again, I need to thank Sergeant Schumann for reminding me. He had that in a document for me. And so here's how it goes. What we do is not normal, and what we do is not routine. It is not easy. It is hard, and it is absolutely necessary. Our communities and our nation depend on us to stand ready. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. It has truly been an honor. Thank you.
We will now commence with the official change of command. Commander of Troops, give the wing attention. As a symbolic gesture, the members of the 127th Wing will now render a final salute to General Mammen.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Special order number Charlie Yanko 23-01 by direction of the Michigan National Guard Assistant Adjutant General Air, Brigadier General Matthew G. Brancato is appointed as commander of the 127th Wing, Selfridge Air National Guard Base, effective 5 August 2023, signed Major General Brian J. TEFF.
Sir, I will take command.
Sir, I assume command.
As a symbolic gesture, the members of the 127th Wing will render their first salute to General Brancato as their commander. Ladies and gentlemen, the new commander of the 127th Wing, Brigadier General Matthew G. Brancato.
Well done. Thank you, everybody. First order of business, please, Commander of Troops, put the wing at ease. Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone, and everyone at Team Selfridge. I know it's a group effort for everybody here that pitches in to make these events happen, so thank you. Special thank you to General Rogers, General TEFF. Thank you for trusting in me to lead the 127th Wing. For all the community partners, for all of the base agencies, everyone that works to make Team Selfridge happen, thank you for being here today. Thank you for all your support. To all the friends and family, all the distinguished guests, all the other leaders within the state, Colonel Kramer, thanks for being here, General Alexander, Colonel Rossi, I know we're going to have a great time working together. Look forward to working with all of you. To my family, Michaela, I'm so glad that your boss allowed you some time off to be here today. Couldn't have done this without you, so thank you. To my mom, my wise counsel, thank you for being here today. My sister Beth, who keeps the family together, appreciate you being here today. And I struck gold with my in-laws, so Mike and Renelle, thank you for being here. My best friend Brian, don't believe any of the stories he tells you later. He's been supporting me for a number of years and always comes to my ceremonies, and so I appreciate you being here. And then Ray and Bonnie Beach, they took me in as one of their own, so I call them Mom and Dad Beach. I'm really grateful that you guys made the trip to be here today. Thank you so much. So today is a great day to celebrate General Mammen. As you heard, there's a lot of accomplishments that have happened over the last 4.5 years. So, sir, your contributions to this wing will be a lasting legacy to this base. And I'm grateful for the warm welcome that you provided to me and to Michaela. And I really appreciate the commitment and dedication that you've shown to this wing. It is very apparent that all the work that you've done to get us to the level we are today. So I've been looking forward to this day for a long time, and I'm excited to be a part of this amazing team. And as we drove into town, we cranked up the M&M a little bit, get some of the feels of the hard work and grit and determination of Detroit and the people of Michigan. And we could also sense the feeling of the sports and the passion people have for sports here in the state. But the passion for automobiles, the passion for outdoors, Michigan has a ton to offer, and we're super grateful to be here. So we sensed there's also some rivalries within the state between the Wolverines, the Spartans, Huskies, and the Broncos. Anyone? No? All right. Well, I love sports, so I can already tell this is going to be a great fit, and we're all undefeated so far, so I'm looking forward to a great sports season as well. So prior to my arrival, I had, as General TEFF mentioned, I had the opportunity to view the state of Michigan and the 127th from afar, and the 127th Wing is consistently part of the conversation at the highest levels of the DoD and within the Pentagon. And also the world-class training environment at Camp Grayling and Alpena. The missions at the 110th in Battle Creek provide essential assistance to our national defense. And the multitude of missions that are routinely accomplished here at the 127th Wing support our community as well as our combatant commanders. So I view Selfridge as an Air National Guard treasure. And I will ensure that this base remains relevant throughout my time here and well beyond. With over 100 years in operation, Selfridge has a very powerful history. Thomas Selfridge was the first military officer to fly and design an aircraft. And in his honor, this base is continuing to lead the way in innovation and diverse thought. To this day, Selfridge remains the most versatile base in the nation, with several military services and DoD partners represented. And I can't wait to meet all of you and see how we can take our missions and our teams to the next level. And as General Mammen mentioned, these past few years have proven Team Selfridge is ready for anything. With COVID response, civil unrest, the withdrawal from Afghanistan, Russia's invasion into Ukraine, and state and federal readiness have never been more important, as the National Guard is the primary combat reserve and the first to be called to support our local communities and our combat commanders in times of need. But I look at this opportunity as a chance to give back and serve to all of you. I want to continue to build teamwork and build partnerships. My focus will be on the wellness of our force, make sure we continue to develop our future force, and continue to shape the future, because the 127th Wing has a very bright future. And I also see that Michigan is leading the way with building state partnership programs and our community engagements. So I look forward to meeting our joint community and continue our collaboration to efficiently work together to sustain Selfridge indefinitely. I've already witnessed that this base has a community connection that is second to none, and I will be available as needed to connect with our neighbors and elected leadership to align our state priorities. And I look forward, as General Mammen mentioned, the amazing team here, I look forward to meeting each and every one of you here at the 127th Wing, because I want to continue to invest in you, your families, and the base's future. Shifting gears to Michaela, certainly could not be here today without your love and support. As General TEFF mentioned, as soon as she came out on the command list, I think it was before close of business, when the offer came in to bring her out for command. And I think the state has already learned that Battle Creek probably got the better end of the Brancato deal, but you inspire me, your leadership inspires me every day. I love you, I love working with you. We've worked together for a long time. I thought it was cool that we could walk into the Pentagon and work together, and that was an amazing opportunity, but nothing compared to what we have here in Michigan. So General TEFF and General Rogers, again, thank you for your support for that. So Michaela and I are grateful for this opportunity, and you have our commitment that we will serve and support Selfridge and the state of Michigan in any way we can. Selfridge stands ready to receive future missions as well as continue with current taskings. With all of us together, the nation will continue to view Selfridge as that National Guard treasure. So thanks again for the warm welcome by all of Team Selfridge. I'm looking forward to getting to work, and I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of the official party. Commander of troops, give the wing attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our change of command ceremony. Following dismissal, we will form two receiving lines for those who would like to say farewell to General Mammen and to welcome General Brancato. Thank you for attending today's ceremony. Commander of troops, dismiss the wing.